Hello, here's your heads up to this mad world sort of 5-minute quickie thing. Well, it's me, Paul Clough from the Personal Development Unplugged podcast, and I'm just rambling. But I'm rambling in a way that's going to ask you one very pertinent question about anxiety and fear. That if you have any anxiety, any fear about what's going on in the world right now, you might want to listen. Because then after that, you can get so resourceful. Okay? Have a good listen. There's a couple of swear words, but not too many. But they'll be alright. See you after this.
Warning.
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 Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hey, we're back. We're back again for another little, 5-minute quickie come Mad World podcast. I haven't really got a lot of notes today. I was just thinking what I'm going to talk about. So I know I'm going to talk about some deeper subjects. But I thought to myself, fear. There's a lot of people, I guess, and you may be one of them. I got it a little bit, but then decided to not bother. But, a bit of anxiety, a bit of fear, because, what's happening in this mad world? And then I thought to myself, and you can maybe want to ask yourself this, because what is fear? Yeah, I know it frightens you. It gives you anxiety, or anxiety is fear. But the thing is, what is it trying to do for you? As we said, everything has a positive intention. So what does fear do? Well, it's part of your reptilian brain, isn't it? Anxiety, part of that reptilian brain, which is there to protect you. Which is awesome when there's saber-toothed tigers. Things you can see as a real danger. And things gets you to do things. It normally gets you to run or fight. But the thing is, if we're just going to get anxious about this bloody thing that everyone is talking about, and we've got to realise that most people, I say most, not everyone, but most people you hear in the news, most things you read about, they are spoken and written about by people who have no fucking knowledge of what they're talking about, really. They have got no other news to even think about. That's the whole point. There's nothing else happening bar, how can we scare the living daylights out of certain people now? So that's not too resourceful, is it? Because that's not your reptilian brain trying to protect you. That is some shit trying to scare the life out of you because it's my job. My job to scare you. No, it isn't. Get a life. But here's the thing. Let's ask a question. This is the type of question I asked myself when I got a little bit, just a tiny bit anxious, because I thought, quiet, and I was sitting down and thinking, well, what's this all about? And I thought to myself, okay, fear, anxiety, how's it working for me? And I thought to myself, actually, it's not working at all, is it? Because if I do things which are totally abnormal, not really protecting me, if I'm sensible, that would be a great start. But being sensible doesn't come out of fear, does it? Anxiety, because that tends to freeze us. Or we fight. You see people being silly, fighting for possessions, or people freezing, like hiding. And they're not susceptible. They haven't got an underlying illness, yet they're hiding and they're locking themselves down even more than somebody who has an underlying illness. And I ask, how's that working for you? And it's not, is it? So let's look at that positive intention. Positive intention is to keep us safe. Now, if fear and anxiety isn't keeping us safe, and it very rarely does, unless it's fight and flight, what would be a better way? Well, I think it could be, let's just think of getting resourceful. What are the things that I can do? Because if I do the best I can do, not out of fear, but out of resourcefulness, positive intention to keep me well, keep me safe, keep me healthy, what would I do? Well, I'd probably eat healthy. Eat some healthy stuff. So if you've got plenty of time, make yourself a nice healthy meal every day. Okay, that's my nutrition sorted out. What else could I do? Well, got to stay healthy in my body, haven't I? Okay, so do a little bit of fitness. Because you are doing fitness, you are doing some exercise, aren't you? Well, if you're not, maybe that would be a more resourceful thing to do, to put aside some time each day. If you're going out for that walk, make it a power walk. Don't just, I've seen people out strolling along, looking at their phones. If that's the only exercise you're doing, your finger is really getting worn out. It's getting strong muscles in there, in that thumb. No, put your phone away. Let's go for a really good walk, a jog, or whatever it is. Even if it's a good power walk, and look around, breathe, get that heart pumping a little bit, and get the breath in and out. Oh, that's another resourceful thing we could do. We could just take a few moments to breathe. Breathe deeply. Let's get our lungs full of good, fresh air. Let's reteach our lungs how to breathe. Lots of different ways. I've told you a couple, the square breathing. There's a Wim Hof method of breathing. There's all sorts. You're just going to Google the bloody thing. So that's easy enough done. So we can now eat healthily. We can exercise. We can now practice our breathing. And if you want to put exercise and breathing together, well, that's like HIIT training, or maybe yoga. A bit of both. Half hour of hard HIIT and then another half hour of yoga with breathing. Oh, that's a little bit like meditation as well, isn't it? So we can now start to train and be resourceful in our mind. Because when you do that, you're going to start focusing. Because you're focusing away from all that crap you keep hearing and focusing on you. So that would be a good thing to do. How else could we get resourceful? Well, here's the thing. Now we can start exercising our mind, our muscle of a mind. We can start to do things, but then we go, I don't know what to do. Well, here's the thing. Get resourceful. Start thinking about things that I've always wanted to do. And I know you're going to come up with the excuse, well, I want to do this, but I can't do it at home. Okay, but what's that like? What is the feeling you get from that particular activity that you could learn more about? Maybe it's, there are so many resources online that you could start to access. I've told you about Skillshare, skillshare.com. We've got YouTube all over the place, every manner of thing on YouTube. We've got hypnosis, everything. I'm going to go to hypnosis shortly. But so many different things that you could start to look at. But decide, before you do some of that, just what are the things I've done in the past that really makes me, or used to make me feel really good? What I was passionate about. Maybe not only passionate for a short while, but what was that? What was I getting from it? And where could I find that type of excitement again? And be brave. So, well, I'm going to find something, because if you have the right intention, you will find it. Remember, we talked about the reticular activating system. Once you start to focus on something, your unconscious mind will start to sift out all the other stuff and start to look for examples of that thing. Well, if you're going to focus on fear, anxiety, guess what? You start to find all the blooming bonky things on the news. You start to read bonky articles. You get trapped up in conversations with people about, oh, this is bad, this is going, all that blah, 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 and all that gumph. Whereas if you change it around and go, what is resourceful? Well, I want to do something. Maybe it's art. Maybe it's painting. Maybe it's making something. Maybe it's learning a new skill. I can do an element of that. Even if I can't find the right materials, I can read about it. I can learn about it and make notes when you read. Don't just read so it goes in one ear, out the other. There's so many different things we can start to do. And I don't know what you want to do. And I don't know what I want to do exactly. But I've got ideas. And this is what I'm working on, because I thought to myself, it's just getting resourceful. And if you get resourceful and you make yourself fit and healthy, that's the best you can do. And if that's the best you can do, well done you. We're there. Let's just keep that up. And you'll then be fighting fit. And then in a few weeks' time, when all this dross and funny mad world has disappeared and it's in the past where it should be, we can then start to leapfrog, doing the things that we've thought about, got resourceful about. So you've got a plan maybe by now. They're my thoughts for the moment. Very random, I know, because the only notes I had was let's get resourceful, fear and anxiety, How's that working for you? Because they're the only two things about it, really, isn't it? Fear of anxiety, does it work for you? Nah, not a lot. In fact, not at all. Does getting resourceful work for you? Damn sight better, wouldn't it? So, have a little think. I know this is just a random bit of words from me. We will get into some deeper stuff, some more processes, get some hypnosis, get some NLP, some timeline therapy, my little holy trinity. We'll start to do some stuff. But I want you just to get a mindset to think, the simple words are when you get this anxiety or whatever, and you get a little bit stuck, there are two simple words that you could use. And I've seen them in a book. And the book has the same title. It's a good book to read, by the way. And do you know what it is? If you don't like swearing, close your ears. Because it's just, fuck it. That's it. And as soon as you say, fuck it, I'm going to do something different, boom, you've broken that pattern. You've thrown away the fear. Anxiety, fuck it, I'm going to do something resourceful. Fear, fuck it, I'm going to do something resourceful. What can I do to be resourceful? Ask a resourceful question and you start to find those resourceful answers. And then you have to do them. That's the thing about this, though. You can't just think, ask a question, think, and not do. You've got to be resourceful, do resourceful. And when you're doing that, that's when we're going to start to put together a plan. And the plan, as I say, will incorporate hypnosis, NLP processes, and things like that. I've got a great one about passions. I've got a great one about finding those type of things, getting the resources, getting the goals, all sorts of things we can do. Anyway, that's my little weird way of just talking for a few minutes. Hope it makes sense to you. It'll probably make sense to me as well. Until next time, when I will speak to the resourceful you. Okay? Take it easy. Stay safe and be super happy. In fact, have more happiness than you can stand. Ta-da. We all need time to de-stress, don't we? We all need that space. Everyone needs space. Our own place of personal retreat. And going to retreats are great. But if you can't, why not have one in your mind? If you don't go to that special place, that stress just builds and builds and builds. But if you have a place in your mind where you can go and de-stress, work out problems, think of all the wonderful things that you'll be able to do. The wonderful feelings. So that's why I've created this program of 4 hypnosis tracks to build and be and have your own inner retreat. You can have whatever you like in that inner retreat. There can be rooms, there can be libraries, healing rooms, different lighting, maybe a fire in the corner, a special chair, maybe incense, anything that you choose. Some people have a computer that stores all the memories you've ever had, that library of everything you've ever read or everything you ever need to know. Maybe a healing room, a room where you can just go to and have your own inner healing or own inner relaxation. So what have I done? I've created these 4 tracks. One to build, one to extend it whenever you need to extend it, and then to be able to go there for a particular period of time or even a longer period of time. So you've got 2 tracks of just going and being in that special place where you can, take a problem with you, maybe muse it over in that special place, or you can leave it there, leave it to incubate in your unconscious mind. So when you come back, well, you can just have the answers come, or they might just come consciously. It's all there for you. All you have to do is go to paulcloughonline.com/retreat, have a look, give you a nice little video there, just see if it's for you. I think it's a lovely little program. There's nothing to lose because there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's a lovely program, and I think it was one I wanted to do for myself because I just thought it's such a wonderful thing to do. I love retreats, but hey, this is your own personal one. Have a look. Enjoy.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.